Somewhere in the North Island is a maximum security military base, home to one of the world's best special forces, the New Zealand Special Air Service, better known as 1 NZSAS. Although this unit has a strict no publicity policy, its role in the global war on terror has reluctantly placed it in the spotlight. For 2 years, our television cameras have been granted unprecedented access to New Zealand's most revered unit. However, for reasons of national security and to ensure no current operations or personnel are compromised, much about this unit and its activities will remain forever secret. This is what we can reveal. A year ago, 50 hopefuls from the Army, Navy and Air Force took part in the infamous NZSAS selection course.
It's the hardest challenge that they've had to undertake in their military careers.
Why does a rugby player want to be an All Black? It's the same sort of thing.
By the end, only a handful remained.
I wanted it, and I was going to run through a brick wall if I had to get it.
8 soldiers then underwent 9 months of training in the arts of elite soldiering from the New Zealand SAS instructors.
It's 9 months of a large number of courses that each individual has to pass, and not only pass, but do very well at.
Now they're going to start moulding you into what they want.
But before the end of this period, more would be culled. Eventually, 5 were invited to join 1 NZSAS.
You form a strong bond with everybody on your cycle.
The guys I came through are my best friends, you know.
Wear this beret with pride.
This is a significant rite of passage. You are now one of us.
It's taken 12 momentous months for these 5 soldiers to become part of the NZSAS. During this time, they've had little to do with other SAS personnel, living outside the compound and only gaining access to restricted parts of the camp for training. Today, all that changes.
It's been a long 9 months getting there, and you were there for a job. You weren't there to bask in the glory. There were jobs to be done, and you want to get on and do them.
Now the unit's newest troopers will find themselves assigned to a division of the unit known simply as A Squadron.
They'll be split up from their cycle, they'll be farmed out amongst the unit, and they'll be expected to contribute straight away.
An inconspicuous metal shed is their base.
Welcome to A Squadron. I'm Jordan Sergeant Major. Welcome aboard.
The Squadron Sergeant Major greets them for a tour of their new home.
This area we're going through now is the regimental area. Keep an eye on the notice boards, that's where you'll find out what's happening with you at certain times. This is the A Squadron hangar. This is where most of your equipment and that will be kept.
As new members of the squadron, they'll serve a 2-year probation period and learn the standards expected of an SAS soldier, working alongside their more experienced peers.
It all begins, isn't it? You get your clothing, you get your kit handed out to you.
The quartermaster supplies apparel for every possible role. Fatigues for jungle, desert and counter-terrorist activities.
Now make sure it's all there and then sign at the bottom.
But these uniforms only hint at what it means to be part of the NZSAS.
The 3 words which are commonly used, community, whānau, family, the only ways to express those very strong mental and emotional bonds.
My wife has accepted the fact that if one of my guys phone up for some reason, I'll drop what I'm doing to help him. And I've been doing that for 30 years or something, 35 years. And she knows that although she is the number 1 person in my life, definitely SAS is number 2.
My first day at work, I got told, go home, come back in civvies, and tell your wife you don't know when you'll be home next. That was my introduction to the unit.
The soldiers wait quietly to meet their new boss, the commander of A Squadron, who offers some words of advice.
They're moving from a structured, formalised teaching environment to an informal environment that the squadrons are.
I'm sure people might have already suggested to you, don't know to let it go to your heads, but I'm sure that you won't. Put your heads down, work hard, that's how you earn respect around here, particularly with you guys.
It's a little bit more relaxed, eh? You know, they're not barking at you, they're giving you good advice.
Probably an old saying goes around this place that says, getting is hard and staying is harder. To unsettle you. Here we expect Guys be told to get on with the job, and then once they've been told that, they just get on with it.
You feel the training wheels just drop straight off, and whack, there's personal responsibility.
But there's still one more briefing. Now the new troopers are called to an address from the unit CO, its highest ranking officer.
Boss, they're ready.
You get taken through, people looking down at you. You're wondering, okay, how do I fit into this?
Their roles are as peacekeepers, information gatherers, fighters in the international war on terror.
Gentlemen, you have reached a significant milestone. You have earned the right to wear the coveted unit wing dagger, beret and badge.
The CO's message is straight to the point.
Today, your job's just got a lot tougher. September 11th, 2001 saw this unit transform itself to meet a new and emerging threat. When the time comes, I can assure you there will be little or no warning. You must be efficient and ruthless in the execution of your duties because there will be no second chance.
With this, the gauntlet has been laid down for the new troopers.
How can I show them that I am what I am? And how can I prove myself to them?
One final ritual awaits the squadron's newest members, a well-earned beer.
Congratulations, well done. Congratulations. Good work. Good mates. Good on you.
The SAS is very much a close family. So once in the family, they look after each other exceptionally well.
Cheers, fellas. Cheers.
Now it's time to start work in earnest.
You are expected as a badge member of the unit to contribute. The pressure will be on them. You have to live up to those standards, and that is a challenge.
As NZSAS soldiers, they must master a variety of advanced skills.
Okay, gents, what makes Special Operations Forces special?
In the world of special forces, New Zealand's SAS ranks among the best, with their ability to infiltrate anywhere by land, sea or air. As long-range intelligence gatherers, as soldiers who can take direct action against an enemy, and for their anti-terrorism and counter-terrorism skills, known by the unit as Black Roll.
We're jack of all trades to a certain degree, and we need to be able to take those skills that we have and apply them wherever a given task comes up, because some of these things, as we've discovered in the last few years, just come out of the blue.
They have to have skills that go across a range of different environments and a range of different scenarios. I think that they have those competencies, and I think that they can bring their skills to bear on a range of different situations where New Zealand might be called upon to protect its own interests and the interests of the international community.
Their first task as an SAS soldier goes to the very heart of the unit's tenets: humility.
Once you pass cycle, you get your broom handed to you and told that's yours. You know what to do with it. For the next year, you're on probation. You're the broom boy.
You're the plebe.
If you can't pick up a broom and sweep, where's your humility?
They will be expected to accept where their position is and learn their trade and start advancing from there.
Sweeping in silence, each trooper contemplates how much they have to learn. But they know somewhere, sometime, they will be called into action.
There was thawing, of course. You sort of kind of realise that I'm part of the family now, type thing. But I've still got a lot to prove. So you're taking the first big step.
Everyone's very motivated. You motivate each other. It's just a really good atmosphere to be in. Guys are really clicky.
Maintain a high degree of readiness. They must maintain a high standard of training because certainly the climate that we live in now, you just never know if something's going to happen.
Although they are now part of the New Zealand SAS, the unit's 5 newest troopers are on a 2-year probation to prove they have the right stuff.
You're going to be the dog's body, you know? You are going to sweep, you are going to volunteer for everything. So you're still pretty low down the food chain.
There's a period where they go through and flesh you out. You've only got the basic skills and they need a lot of refining.
As they begin their 2nd week in the squadron, the 5 are about to discover what being a Special Forces soldier means today. The battlefields of open desert and thick jungle are no longer the sole arena for SAS missions.
Over time, it's moved from strategic reconnaissance and hit-and-run raid activities to countering terrorism.
Would-be opponents of the West learned from Gulf War I that you have to fight asymmetrically. That is, you have to get underneath the conventional force umbrella of larger established states.
Conventional warfare has given way to guerrilla strikes, hostage situations, and acts of terror.
That is the nature of the forces that we're up against in the world today. Far more than any conventional threat to New Zealand, we face the threats of terrorist groups, of insurgency groups.
And that's where Special Forces come in. Special Forces fight the asymmetric warrior like an asymmetric warrior. They meet him where he lives. They take the battle to him in the same measure that he would take it to the West.
As NZSAS soldiers, they must learn to counter this threat with maximum efficiency. At this battle training facility, painstaking hours are spent acquiring these skills.
Wow, your weaponry, you can never be too good at it.
As unit troopers, the pressure is really on to up their game to SAS satisfaction.
Load action. We're going for the top left target. Stand by. Up. Unload, clear weapons.
You can't have an error. You just got to be good at it.
Good grouping. Tighten it up.
But things are about to get a whole lot tougher.
Up.
Next, they must train with a gas mask and full body armour. And these high-tech battle fatigues come with their own set of handicaps.
It gives you sort of like tunnel vision, so you've got to move your head a lot more.
Drills that once seemed instinctive have to be relearned to cope with this radically different perspective.
You've been doing all these drills, all this training, without anything interfering. Suddenly just a little 1 millimetre, 2 millimetres is just putting you off balance.
Okay, first target. Top centre.
At first, everything seems impossible.
Suddenly you got this little handicap and it becomes a little frustrating to start off with.
Ensuring they can shoot with accuracy means spending day after day in the battle training facility.
You'll be on that range every day, from morning till dusk, maybe into the night, just to get that one shot right.
It's a vital skill that has saved the lives of NZSAS troopers in the past.
We heard these Vietnamese voices yapping. I said, Jesus, what's that? He said, Charlie.
A New Zealand SAS patrol would have one more deadly task to perform at the end of an 8-day reconnaissance in the jungles of Vietnam.
And then on the last day, we're probably starting to stink a bit that someone sort of got suspicious. One of the guys sort of come past and stopped out front. Heard a scrape, and because we'd only been there a short time, I didn't really know what it was. I thought it was a cigarette lighter, but later on, now that I know, and that was actually the safety catch on his AK. Yeah, he was suspicious, but probably gutless, didn't want to ever go. Because if he had done anything, he was all over for him. My plan was to have 4 of us in the killer group. So we're lying there and we, along a couple came, So what I did was I just aimed my rifle and when his chest hit the sight, so I just operated the trigger and I think we're in a really high state of excitement at this stage of the game, and the body didn't look like a body, it just looked like a bundle of rags actually, and I thought that he'd dropped his pack and scarp and that I'd missed the bugger. Oh man, I was shaking like Billy-O, you know. I didn't feel frightened, it was just that that's how my body reacted, and I was really used to shake like buggery, yeah.
40 years on, the SAS's newest counter-terrorism troopers must adjust to life in a gas mask to learn the latest CT tactics.
It makes it harder to breathe, so again your fitness levels need to be up there.
In this first month, they're weaned into a world of limited vision and controlled breathing until it becomes natural to every action.
A lot of training is done in the gas mask so that the soldiers get used to wearing it. So when they have to wear it, they're comfortable.
The importance of performing with masks is about to be made abundantly clear.
It was something on the CT course that you lived in.
It's time for these soldiers to personally experience a deadly threat which traces back to the First World War.
Chemical, biological and radiological.
Agent 15, sarin, soman, cyclosarin, hydrogen cyanide, all deadly chemical weapons. Now the soldiers must get a taste of what they're up against.
We need to be able to operate in those environments should the worst possible situation occur.
They will be exposed to a chemical compound, painful but not lethal.
That exposure to, gases, sprays and all that makes you, I can cope with this, it's going to be over and done within 5 seconds.
A dish of chlorobenzalmalonitride, better known as CS gas, is cooked in a confined space. Now the gas masks, which have become their second skin, are removed.
You've got to be in there and taste it and experience it.
The effects of the CS gas are instant.
Oh, it's not nice. It's horrible.
Yeah, it hurts. It really hurts.
But pain is a necessary part of learning.
Yeah, been here before. Yeah, breathe. Yeah, clean my eyes up. Hey mate, I've just been hit with this. Cool, clean up, keep going forward.
This is just the start of counter-terrorism training for the new troopers. Their next training phase will prepare them to infiltrate New Zealand's largest city.
With a lot of weapon skills in in-room combat, you learn to think quickly on your feet. You have to. If you can't, then you'll make a mistake. You make a mistake and someone will die.
You've got to pick up threats or something that's not quite right and deal with it straight away.
You've got to know that it's a target to shoot, to kill, or it's a safe one. Could be somebody putting his hands up there unless you see the weapon. So, within the fraction of a second, a guy's got to learn how to react.
Week 6 inside New Zealand's SAS headquarters, and the unit's 5 newest soldiers are ready to move to the next level of counter-terrorism training. Rehearsal for missions in urban settings.
All attempts by the police and negotiating team to contact the terrorists have so far failed. The only communications have been a terrorist yelling from the doorway of the building. If the police approach, the hostages will be killed.
Tempo just ramps up a little bit more. There is no sort of, this is, just a rehearsal. There's an end, there's a goal.
By now they're living, breathing the SAS life. Even their response time on a day off is tested.
You could be at the movies. Beeper goes off, give the girl a kiss and hand over your jaffers and off you go.
There's a set procedure to every step.
In today's world that we live in, there are real threats out there. threats that can materialise almost instantaneously.
This training is not for if, but when.
The mission, the CTT, is to move by 1800 hours today. The recce car is already gone, and that was the OC Delta 1, 12, and the SIG. I want INT 6.
Until now, the 5 new troopers have been blooded into A Squadron's broad counter-terrorism training.
All right, lads, disappear.
Now each man must learn the functions of working in a small counter-terrorism patrol.
You do have to start from the bottom and receive the counsel and wisdom of those who have gone ahead, because they will learn innovative techniques. They will know the specific improvisations required for various theaters.
You're ultimately the fourth wheel to a patrol that's on operations. Do they trust you? Are you going to hold up? Are you going to be good enough?
Got a schematic of the interior. It's just a basic 4-room layout. Don't take too long.
You keep your mouth shut and you learn off them. That's what you do.
This patrol is preparing to clear rooms and search for hostages in an exercise designed to sharpen reactions.
Your senses now are really fired up. Focus on capturing what mental images you had in your head before you went through, i.e. what the layout of the rooms were.
Though sometimes compared to Secret Agent James Bond, in reality SAS soldiers have no licence to kill.
Stand by, go.
Their actions are strictly governed by domestic and international laws.
Everything's split second.
Working at speed, the patrol aims to neutralise the terrorist threat without harming the civilians. For the new troopers, the consequences of any mistakes have been drummed home.
That training could be the difference between an innocent, the difference between you going to prison.
For the 5 new troopers, striving to attain SAS standard while mastering the complexities of counter-terrorism brings extra pressure.
That's the tricks of the trade. It's business.
So they must practice and practice. Everything is preparing them for potential domestic or international operations.
We're New Zealand Security Forces, we're here to rescue you.
And they bide their time for the chance to fight in the international war on terror.
This room is not safe. Gas.
First year in the black role, it was a huge learning curve again. You're really homing your skills.
Now the new troopers move to the infiltration phase of counter-terrorism training. During cycle, they learn the basics of helicopter infiltration in an open environment. Now they must train for very different terrain, an assault on New Zealand's largest city.
May be just where the SAS have to exercise their skills in the event of a terrorist attack.
Like most NZSAS missions, the infiltration will be done under the cover of darkness. There is no margin of error above the Queen City, with the weight of each soldier's body armour and weaponry adding to the challenge of unpredictable winds.
You've done the drill so many times, you know something's wrong and you'll focus back on it. But some things are just going to become instinctive.
A concrete structure replaces soft grass. This training is a far cry from actual combat infiltration, because there are no enemy bullets here. But in Vietnam in 1969, an NZSAS patrol would be fighting for their lives after a chopper infiltration.
You really didn't. I didn't worry, and I don't think anybody else did too much about the fact if you're going to be killed, and if you're killed, you're killed.
The patrol was about to step straight into the sights of a waiting enemy.
And we went into this huge deserted rice paddy on the edge of some scrub. It was to be a 5-day patrol, if I remember rightly.
Their planned 5-day mission would last only a matter of minutes once the Kiwis entered the scrub full of silent Vietnamese.
The patrol lasted 26 minutes and we covered 26 metres. was a hive of activity of whatever the enemy were. I couldn't tell you whether they were North Vietnamese or Viet Cong because it was the wet season and the grass was very, very tall.
The soldiers scrambled to await a helicopter extraction.
It was a big clearing, so there's quite a bit of time when you're exposed to the possibility of ground fire.
Holding their nerve, the 5 New Zealanders fired over 400 rounds and launched 25 grenades.
If everybody's yelling and shouting and nobody's listening, then it's chaos, isn't it? And we all stayed in a little tight bundle while they sorted out the tree line with the gunfire.
Finally, armoured helicopters came to the aid of the besieged Kiwis. Escaping the overwhelming odds, it was one of the shortest missions in the entire Vietnam War. It's now time for the unit's newest troopers to face their most challenging counter-terrorism exercise: infiltration by night into downtown Auckland.
At night, swarming on top of a high-rise building, you don't want to miss the spot.
As they train, the 5 know there can be no mistake.
They accept the challenge and they make it happen. They find a solution. They don't know about the word can't. They just say, well, this is what we've got to do, well, we'll do it and find a way to do it.
They became determined, they became extra alert, they're kind of, all their senses were finely tuned.
In the final analysis, I think it's just their ability to think outside the square.
The New Zealand SAS's newest troopers are now into their 8th week of counter-terrorism training.
Our soldiers need to be comfortable working in built-up areas because they're the same skills that they're going to have to be drawn on when they go into other theatres around the world.
That includes gaining access to any building, known as method of entry, or MOE. This footage of the Iranian embassy siege is one of the few records of SAS forces in action using MOE.
We are used in the worst possible case where deadly force is necessary.
The new troopers have moved to a training centre designed to refine their method of entry techniques. Whether rescuing hostages or assaulting an enemy force on foreign soil, their actions must be honed and sharpened to split-second precision.
The keys to success generally have to do with stealth, surprise, and maneuver. Whether you do it in an urban scenario or whether you do it in a rural scenario is a tactical matter, but the strategy remains the same. You get the jump on the opponent before he becomes aware.
The method of entry bunker is one of the deadliest facilities in which the new troopers will train.
The purpose of that environment is to allow the soldiers to practice realism. And also in the MOE house, they can do mechanical and explosive entry techniques.
Their first challenge, to gain access to the building with live explosives. The slightest error could prove fatal.
Black Rolls is pure punch.
With method of entry, the 5 troopers are taught that every conceivable route into a building must be exploited.
It's about having a bit of brain power, a bit of thought. Brutality, using brains, it's how we get into places.
It's intensive training. The new troopers rehearse and rehearse for the real event, knowing on the actual day, nothing can be left to chance.
You just got to get it right, you know, and you test it on it, making sure your skills are up there.
The 5 work on method of entry tactics, using many forms of transport, and at all hours of the day and night.
I don't believe there's ever been a Prime Minister who hasn't seen the team and been impressed. We had put them in our training house, I'll call it, and we had a couple of balloon-headed terrorists alongside them. We were talking quietly to them, and suddenly in burst the team, and using live rounds, suddenly there were no balloons on the heads of the terrorists. And the sort of shock impact, without trying to wipe out our Prime Ministers and shock them too much, the shock impact, I think, was essential to them understanding the power and the capability of the team. It gave them a huge confidence.
Deep inside the MOE house, counter-terrorism skills are taken to the limit.
You've got to be concentrating all the time because it's live rounds.
In this suffocating environment, danger lurks at every turn, so teamwork and 100% awareness are paramount.
It is serious, extremely serious if you do make a mistake. And even whilst in training, a mistake could mean your buddy.
Storming through locked doors with live explosives, the new troopers must save the hostages by neutralising the enemy.
Your awareness needs to be heightened. Your recognition needs to be honed.
Bang, you're in there, you're looking at women and children. Decision's back on you. Make a decision.
The only way that you're going to win is to ensure that you've got a heightened sense, really, and your reactions are a lot quicker than everybody else.
In the MOE house, mistakes can be rectified, but in the real world, that luxury doesn't exist.
And what happens if you're shooting at two men and they put women in front of them? Those two men, are on a plane to kill 5,000 people. You're going to make a decision.
All weapons, I should hear. All weapons clear. All weapons clear.
For this patrol, it's been a textbook exercise.
A trooper that joins this unit should be able to analyse a situation and get it sorted.
Because they've picked you for your attitude, they've picked you for your learning ability, so there shouldn't be a problem.
All weapons clear. All weapons clear.
This is the last phase of training in a controlled environment. Now the 5 new troopers will be tested in a real urban area. Since 9/11, the battlefields have moved to the cities of the world.
It was entirely an offensive operation that meshed all the elements of guerrilla warfare in one fell swoop. Surprise, maneuver, economy of force, and symbolism.
In counter-terrorism training for urban environments, the squadron must infiltrate an actual city. In this case, Auckland.
Auckland's simple. Auckland is a simple city. It's not a very big city. The buildings represent a small suburb in America.
At dusk, the exercise begins. 3 months of training have centred on this night.
You know the aim. You've been given all the tools to achieve that aim.
You can't afford mistakes. You can't afford mistakes because people get hurt.
I mean, you've done rehearsals, you've done practices. You're at the high end of it now. You're expecting everyone else to do their job.
2 blacked-out helicopters take the new troopers on their first urban assault operation. Their goal is to land safely on designated targets above Auckland streets, then descend without being discovered. It's taken less than an hour for the choppers to reach the very heart of New Zealand's largest city. Using Auckland's bright lights to illuminate the way, the pilots steady the helicopters. For the troopers, their focus is purely on landing safely and undetected.
You've got to have a firm grip on the helicopter Don't let go.
With an unsuspecting city below them, the helicopters approach the drop zone. Suddenly, the wind picks up.
There's so many things going on. You got to trust other people to get their jobs done right. You got to put some trust back in those helicopter pilots.
Countless hours of training have come to this. 300 metres above Queen Street, and against the backdrop of Auckland's iconic Sky Tower, the troopers begin their descent. The first part of the urban infiltration has gone according to plan. All troopers are safe and unseen by anyone. Across the city, the second operational team are also well underway as Auckland goes about its business, oblivious to the events quietly unfolding on its rooftops. Now the troopers must rapidly descend 63 stories. The urban assault is a success. The 5 new troopers have proven they can take a city. Next, they must prepare for the challenge that is the ultimate nightmare of any government, anywhere. In their first 90 days in the NZSAS, the 5 new troopers have learned advanced counter-terrorism skills and earned the respect of their peers.
The main focus there is gaining trust through performance, because everybody's so competitive, everybody's so driven.
But the greatest test of their short time in the unit is about to unfold. Now they must prove themselves in a full squadron exercise, which replicates an escalating trend in the world of terrorism, a hostage situation. A video reveals armed terrorists with civilian hostages, and the NZSAS is called to undertake a counter-terrorism rescue. It will test everything the 5 new men have learned since joining the unit. Negotiations for the hostages' release have failed. With execution looming, the unit must respond. In a combined operation with police and other armed forces, the NZSAS will spearhead a rescue attempt involving the 5 new troopers.
So obviously the police and the wider New Zealand Defence Force performs a role in terrorist-related incidents. At one end of the spectrum, our unique skills may be called upon.
This exercise has taken months of planning and is conducted as a real hostage crisis.
It's very real, and you can't afford to make errors on it. And it's testing everything you've learned.
For the 5 new troopers, the experience has been intense. Now they must show their peers they can perform under extreme pressure.
The internal pressure within the unit to perform is horrific. And they're seeing what your decisions are. Everyone's seeing what your decisions are.
Carefully, NZSAS marksmen and surveillance teams move into position.
It's all very much black and white, really. Know your enemy. And out of that comes strengths and weaknesses.
Inside, military personnel are playing the roles of hostages and hostage takers with a chilling realism.
This is all about training and testing of our training procedures, so the information that's picked up from outside has to look realistic.
With surveillance established, the unit prepares in a state of constant readiness.
What they then need to do is to react to events as they unfold and come up with a plan to defeat the terrorists.
You're thinking about what you're going to be doing, the training, go through your drills.
The unit waits for night to begin the rescue.
This is exactly what the SAS have been training for. They were the people who had those skills, If it went beyond a police emergency, then there had to be somebody to back them up.
They have to be able to be calm, and they have to be the storm at the other end of it.
The good old thing of the dawn raids is sort of gone. We love the night. We're better equipped for it.
The clock is ticking, but the soldiers must be patient for the right moment to spring their rescue attempt. For the 5 new troopers, 11 weeks of counter-terrorism training have reached a climax. They prepare in calm to bring on the storm.
Gear up, game faces on. Net up.
As the deadline for execution looms, the squadron readies for action.
You get one chance to get it right. So the pressure is on.
You know, you've got to perform.
The counter-terrorism teams move into position with silence and precision. The 5 new troopers have met expectations, yet each knows this is only a dress rehearsal for the real thing.
Exercise you always take seriously, but you're still that one step off 110%, aren't you? You know, operations is life and death.
The hostage exercise marks the end of the counter-terrorism phase for the 5 new troopers.
The CT or second phase is almost like the home straight. You are feeling a little more like you're part of it, because at the end of that course, you can be deployed.
Now the 5 will prepare for what every NZSAS soldier aspires to: overseas deployment.
Everyone joins a unit to go on operations. You know, it's what everyone aspires to do.
It's all you're here for, is to do your job. Yeah, you're here to do your job.
Next week, our cameras will follow the 5 new troopers as they undertake advanced combat training. For the first time ever, you will see how NZSAS soldiers prepare for the ultimate military experience: overseas deployment.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.